past couple of months, of course, we've all been super excited and hyped and talking about the return of Charlie Cox as Daredevil in the MCU. But what about Jon Bernthal as Punisher? Because, like I said, we've heard rumors about Charlie Cox coming back in multiple Disney Plus series and Spider-Man No Way Home, and then even Vincent D'Onofrio's return as Kingpin. But what about Jon Bernthal's Punisher? Because this is another one of those almost perfect castings from the Netflix shows, again, like Charlie Cox and like Vincent D'Onofrio and even Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, that it's just like, it would be so hard to replace Jon Bernthal as Punisher, because not only does he look like the Punisher, but just the way he portrayed the character was so good in that series. And that, by the way, is a great series. If you haven't watched The Punisher yet on Netflix, it is such a good show. The first season's better than the second season, but it was still such a good show. I think, honestly, I would rank that and Daredevil as top 2 for those Netflix Marvel shows, because Punisher was that good. It was almost as good as Daredevil. But because of that, and because of this perfect casting of Jon Bernthal, everybody wants to see him return and actually officially join the MCU and get some cool crossovers with other, like, Avengers and MCU characters. And unfortunately, though, there hasn't really been any big rumors of that being the case, like there has been with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, with reliable sources saying that they are indeed coming back in specific projects. There hasn't really been that with Jon Bernthal's Punisher. There has been some rumors of like some Disney Plus series he might be popping up in, but nothing from big, reliable sources. But I really hope this is going to happen. And Jon Bernthal actually did a recent interview where he was asked about a possible return to the role of the Punisher in the future. And this is what he had to say about it. Whatever else comes, kind of down the road, comes. So that was kind of confusing. But yeah, really this whole interview, like when he was talking about that, he did seem like he was kind of being careful with his choice of words. Almost kind of hinting at the fact that maybe he is returning and he already has got all that stuff worked out. He just can't say it. And that's why you still have Charlie Cox denying he's in Spider-Man No Way Home and stuff like that. So, again, based off this interview, I mean, he was acting pretty weird here when he was asked this question. Then again, it's not official confirmation that he's back, but it would be so cool if he was, because again, there has been some smaller rumors of him popping up in series like Moon Knight, which would make a lot of sense because they both have ties to like the Midnight Suns, and I think that would be a pretty cool series. Also, Armor Wars, the upcoming Don Cheadle-led War Machine series, because in the comics, for those of you who don't know, Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, actually became War Machine at one point, so that would honestly be really cool to see. I don't know if it would really make sense with like that being the debut of the character as War Machine, but I don't know. I mean, it'd be really cool. Again, there's like a lot of possibilities of where he could pop up in the MCU. Again, we know a big thing that's going to be going forward and set up here in the MCU is the Midnight Suns, with characters like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider and Blade and all those other supernatural characters. And I don't remember for sure if Punisher was one of the original members, but he's definitely been a pretty big core member of the Midnight Suns in the comics. So it would make a lot of sense if they wanted to add him to that lineup as well. And again, like, Jon Bernthal is just such the perfect casting for the Punisher. They would really suck if they recast him for something. And I really want to see Punisher in the MCU. He's such a great character. Again, that series is amazing. And I would love to see Jon Bernthal back as the Punisher in the MCU. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the possibility of his return? What Disney Plus series or movies would you like to see him pop up in? And of course, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. And hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.